very low. Very low one.
Your expectations for this meeting today?
The expectations are high. We have to discuss two topics which are very high on my political agenda. This is security and defense of Europe and, of course, support to Ukraine. For the security and defense, we need to do much more, especially in front and in context of these recent violations of the airspace in Denmark, in Poland, and Romania, and other countries. My country was affected twice. In July, 2 UAVs passed the border, one of them with explosive material. So for us, it's very important to fill these gaps of capabilities. I would mention capabilities to detect and capabilities to destroy. Both have significant deficits. Unfortunately, I have to say that a very good idea of rotational air defense systems included into the documents of NATO is not working, because we had only two elements, Dutch Patriots and short-range air defense systems from Italy for several weeks since 2023. You can imagine that with such capabilities, you cannot close the gaps I already mentioned. Support to Ukraine. Of course, we have to do much more because, according to our estimation, the war in Ukraine costs about 1 billion euros every year. Ukraine is able to cover half of this amount. The rest should be covered by international democratic society, community, and it's very important to keep eye and to keep pressure on Russia, because you see, those peace negotiations are not working. Putin does not intend to stop the war, and we can do it only through pressure, through strength. Both elements, support to Ukraine in military terms, and of course 19 package of sanctions, stop buying Russian oil and gas, and this is really how to say, confusing that we pay for Russian gas. I am talking about Europe. We are paying for Russian gas and oil more than we support Ukraine. 13% of our total gas imports are coming from Russia, still in the fourth year of the war. My country has cut off all the ties with Russia back in 2022. In April, actually 2 months after the war broke out.
You mentioned the recent drone incursions into European airspace, and on other places we've seen it here in Denmark. I know that your country is also very well accustomed to these incidents. What would be your message in the room today, and what do you think about the talk about building a drone wall? Is that the right response to this kind of hybrid threat?
You know, I see a lot of good initiatives, also presented by the President of European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, Eastern Flank Watch, the alliance, drone alliance with Ukraine, and this roadmap for European defense readiness 2030. But you know, the documents do not defend. The documents do not detect the drones coming from Russia or from Belarus. And we need actions. We, of course, appreciate the discussions, but those discussions should lead to the capacities, to the capabilities. And for that, we need financial resources. And we don't have the time to wait until next multi-annual financial framework. It's in 2020.
President, I have to ask you, where do you find these money? There's, of course, the Russian assets, but outside of that, where do you find the money?
First of all, we are really eager to use a safe instrument, and Lithuania applied for 8 billion. We are not a very big country. We have applied for 8 billion euros from this safe instrument. We received 6.5 billion euros. We would dedicate this money not only for strengthening of our eastern border, but we will dedicate to the establishment of national division in Lithuania until 2030. And we are ready to spend from 5 to 6% of our GDP starting from 2026. We don't need transitional periods. We know very well what is Russia, what are the risks coming, and we are ready to spend despite the fact that we also would like to increase the pension, social benefits, and to improve our economic situation. But we understand that right now the highest priority is defense.
But are you convinced that other European countries are as willing as you are to keep Ukraine in the fight and force European defenses?
This is our task, the task of Eastern European countries, to bring this energy into the room, this understanding, awareness into the room, and to convince our colleagues, which are probably in larger distance from the enemies, that this is not only about our national borders. This is about external border of European Union. So we are the first defense line of Europe. Thank you. Mes tikrai palaikysim. Manau, kad tai labai svarbi idėja, kurią Europos komisijos prezidentė pateikė. Reikia palaikymo. Žinau, kad yra skirtingų nuomonių, bet tikiu, kad iš mūsų regiono šalis labai aktyviai palaikys šią idėją. Mes seniai pasisakėme apie tai, kad ne tik tai windfall profits būtų panaudojami, bet ir patys aktyvai Rusijos, kurie šiuo metu yra įšaldyti. Ir šitas instrumentas reparacijų paskolos yra labai elegantiškas finansinio to žodžio prasme, nes jisai leidžia kol kas neliečiant Rusijos aktyvų naudoti juos kaip garantiją. Tai yra finansinis instrumentas, kuris iš tikrųjų turėtų būti kur kas geriau sutiktas ir iš teisinės to reikalo pusės. Taip, kad mes palaikysim.
Ar tikitės, kad šiandien įvyks ir Europos lyderiai palaikys, suteiks savo tokį palaikymo signalą, išsiųs šitam projektui?
Na, šiandien turime neformalų susitikimą. Neformalus susitikimas galbūt yra toks savotiškas priengis tiems sprendimams, kurie bus jau priimti formaliuose susitikimuose. Bet man pačiam labai svarbu nusimti, taip sakant, temperatūrą patalpoje ir pasižiūrėti, ką galvoja ne tos valstybės, kurios yra šalia mūsų, aš žinau, ką jos galvoja, bet tos valstybės, kurios galbūt nejaučia taip tiesiogiai tos Rusijos grėsmės, ar jos yra taip pat pasirengusios imtis ryžtingų sprendimų, nes neryžtingumas kainuoja papildomus karo mėnesius, o tie papildomi karo mėnesiai lemia papildomas aukas.
O dėl dronų sienos vėlgi yra ir komisijos pasiūlymas, kas turėtų finansuoti?
Geras klausimas. Kol kas manau, kad tikrai sunku būtų tikėtis, kad mes rasim kažkokį kapšelį, kuris tiesiog mūsų dar yra nematomas ir galėsim jį panaudoti. Manau, kad visi instrumentai, tame tarpe ir paskolos, galėtų būti naudojami šitam.
Paskolos europinės, bendros paskolos?
Galėtų būti ir tai. Jeigu mes nebematome kitų finansinių resursų, kurie būtų nepaskoliniai, tai toks instrumentas galimas taip pat.
Ačiū.
Yes. President Trump called to European leaders to stop to buy Russian oil products. And Lithuania and other your neighbor countries denied to buy and make oil trading deals with the Russians.
Yes, I cannot agree more. I cannot agree more. This is a very good idea, and my country has stopped to buy Russian gas, oil, electricity 2 months after the war broke out in 2022. So if my country, which was highly dependent on Russian energy resources, is able to do this, why other countries are not? And unfortunately, we have a lot of inertia in Europe, and we have to overcome somehow this inertia. Because 2027 looks okay, but it means that we will finance Russia's war machine 2-3 years ahead. This is not acceptable.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.